Something that has baffled me in my 20 years in the bike industry is the lack of responsibility that some bike shops and brands take to grow and flourish beginner bike riders of all types of the biking categories. There is less focus within the bike brands and shops on getting people interested in biking and properly starting up when the bike industry needs growth. Research has shown that it takes 3 good bike rides to form that habit and convince somebody that they can do it. Now, most of this work seems to be managed by the nonprofits, which thank you so much for all the energy you're doing. But it's not the very businesses that could benefit from more customers. So many brands and shops are focused on the high-end tech. The coolest, lightest, most expensive things possible, instead of embracing the boomer or college kid looking for a hybrid. I always laugh and think back to my high school and college days when owner of a very good group of bike shops would talk about hybrids like, hey, that's our bread and butter. They keep the lights on. But they didn't do anything for that customer other than sell them a $350 hybrid. They didn't show them where to ride. They didn't have group rides. They didn't have beginner packages to get them accessorized. They just kind of had them in the far corner where you had to walk past all the expensive bikes to get to. Yet those were the very bikes that kept everyone employed so that they could have that one-hit wonder on a Saturday when they were selling that $7,000 or $8,000 Cervelo. Back in 2018, when I opened my family bike shop, I looked externally outside of the bike industry for inspiration on how to help customers, how to market, how to build out and finish my shop, because I didn't want an overly crowded shop. I wanted something welcoming for the beginner. One industry I looked at a lot was running, because shoes and running clothes can be accessed from Dick's Sporting Goods and online very easily. But in so many towns across our country, the local running culture is running deep. And you wouldn't think about buying that $150 shoe from anyone but that local running shop. They have multiple run groups a week for different speeds. There's training groups for upcoming races, social workshops and clinics, free gait analysis to help you buy the right shoe, and a healthy amount of events that they're sponsoring or supporting to get their customers excited about running. For skiing, there are easy to book lessons and rentals right at the ski lift. Even bookstores in the time of Audible and Amazon have book clubs of every flavor, staff recommendations, and author readings to get people to come in and be excited about the books they're selling. All of these industries have a built-in layer hand-holding to get that person hooked. And to make matters worse, bikes are more expensive. That $400 bread and butter hybrid is now $600. And that customer walks in, doesn't feel any love. Probably the first things on display in the shop are $4,000 and up bikes because they're sexy and cool and it's what the bike shop loves. And their hybrids and bread and butter are still tucked in the back corner. There's no group rides. There's no getting started. There's hopefully you know what you're doing. Here's the bike that we sell that you need. And when you look at the major bike brand websites, you may also not know that they sell bread and butter hybrids or beginner fitness bikes or entry-level mountain bikes. It's hard to be a beginner and want to try to invest in the bike industry right now. Roads are becoming dangerous to ride on thanks to distracted drivers and terrible North America infrastructure. How are people interested in biking going to get started if they aren't gifted with an overly excited biking friend? And hey, maybe you watching are that overly excited biking friend, and I'm looking to you to help me get more people on bikes. So circling back to my initial question, why does the bike industry hate beginners so much? Why do bike industry employees only want to talk about the lightest, sexiest, electronic shifting bikes. And why aren't we working to build more beginner entry points to everyday biking, to the coffee shop or your school? I do say all this and know that there are shops and organizations and nonprofits doing the right things and getting more people on bikes. So if you've made it this far, I would love to hear about the good things happening in your community, getting more people to try biking. Just let me know in the comments, link to them, spread the good word. And also, thanks so much for watching this far. This is an ongoing thought process as I'm trying to find my place for this channel, but also my local advocacy work to help get more people on bikes. Please do leave a comment and think about subscribing, as it really helps this channel grow. Okay, until next time, stay well, stay good, and do your best to get on the bike and leave the car at home when you can. Peace.